Okay, today I'm going to be doing the step-by-step instructions for Dreamweaver Chapter 4, Lab 3, which is adding tables and a form to Justin's Lawn Care website. Your first step is to navigate to your Justin's Lawn Care website folder. If you do not have that folder, call me over at this point and I will help. We're going to be adding 2 tables and a form to our website. Our first table is going to be on the services.html page. So find services.html, double click to open. And where it says insert content here, you're going to delete that generic text and go to insert and then table. Under insert table, it's going to be 4 rows and 2 columns. Your table width is going to be 550, border thickness of 0, cell padding of 4. For header, make sure it says none. The caption will read our services, that's going to be at the row on the top. And a summary as follows. Click OK and you'll see a table pop up. Now I'm going to enter the text as shown on page 264. So if you look at page 264, that might help you, or you can follow along with me. You can hit tab to move from table cell to table cell. Okay, after you've typed in the information, it says to select the title and make that bold. So I'm going to use the properties down below and click the bold button. Next it says to center align the table on the page. So I'm going to click on the table and go to align and then center. Oops. Next, I'm going to change the width of the columns by dragging. So I want the first column to be a little bit smaller. I want the next column to be a little bit larger. Okay, and unfortunately that is not working. I'm not sure why, but that looks pretty good at this point. All right, so I'm going to save those changes, File, Save, and I want to go to my preview in Internet Explorer or Chrome to take a look at how your table looks. So that's a preview of our table. Okay, next I'm going to close out of my services table and open up the table for prices.html. In prices, we're going to follow a similar process. I'm going to delete the generic placeholder text and go to Insert Table. For this table, it's going to be set up as follows: 4 rows, 3 columns, a table width again of 550. We want a visible border, so I'm going to make it 1 pixel. Keep the cell padding. Oh, it should have been 4. That's probably why I had a problem with my other table. Cell padding as 4. A header on the top. Caption will read our prices. And a summary as follows. This table contains pricing information. When you click OK, your table will pop up. Actually, because that table is not looking right, I'm going to click on the properties down below. For some reason, it only showed up with 1 column, and I want it to have 3 columns. So in the properties down below, I'm going to change that to 3 columns. That looks correct now. And I'm going to put in the following information. You can find this on page 264 in your textbook. Okay, this table we also want to bold the caption, so select our prices and click bold in the properties down below, then click on the entire table. Make sure you see sizing handles around the outside. That means you've properly selected it. And we want to make this table centered. So I go to Format, Align, and Center. Okay, you're going to save this table, view your page in Internet Explorer or Chrome. Notice the visible border and the way that the table is centered. Okay, when it looks good, you can close out. I'm going to go back to my services page and make the change to my table where I set it up with cell padding of 54. That should have only been 4. So I'm going to change that by typing in a 4, hitting enter, and that looks closer to what it should have in the first place. So I'm going to save that change. If you have a problem with that, let me know. I'm going to close out of services and out of prices. And finally, we're going to add a form to our quote.html. Open up quote.html, delete the placeholder text. We start out with forms by inserting a table. Before I do that, I'm just going to add a little bit of a description. So this is a form that somebody would complete if they needed information about landscaping. After the sentence, hit enter to start a new line. Now go to insert and then table. Your table is going to have 5 rows, 2 columns, a table width of 600 pixels, border thickness of 0, cell padding of 5, no header, and no caption. The summary will read, this table contains a quote form. Click OK. And now you're going to go to your Forms tab. On your Forms tab, you're going to be using those options for creating the right side of your table. Okay, next to first name, we want to insert a text field. The text field is going to have fname as the ID, access key F, tab index 1, and OK. For last name, you're going to insert a text field. We're going to call it lname, access key L, tab index 2, and OK. For phone number, we want to insert a text field again. We're going to call that phone, access key P, tab index 3, and OK. For the email, You're going to insert another text field. We're going to call it email, access key E, tab index 4, and OK. And for service interest, we want to include a checkbox group. Checkbox group is right here under forms. The name of our checkbox group is going to read services. Our labels will be as follows: lawn maintenance, second option will be trimming. Oops. If you accidentally delete one like I did, you can hit the plus sign. I'm going to hit plus to get a third option. That one is going to be called seasonal planting. Hit the plus again. Scroll down a little bit if you need to, and that is going to say landscape design. And now OK. Notice your form is complete. Oh, actually almost. I forgot we're going to add 2 buttons. First, you want to add a button for submit and another button for reset. So under forms, you're going to hit button. We're going to call this submit. Access key S, tab index 5, and OK. Click after the submit button and hit enter. Now we want another button. It's going to be called reset, and the access key will be R, tab index is 6. Hit OK. When another submit button pops up, you have to click on the submit button and change it to a reset form in the properties. Now save those changes and preview in Internet Explorer or Chrome. Notice that the checkbox works. Somebody can type in the name fields and submit or reset. Okay, so that's all for Dreamweaver Chapter 4, Lab 3. Make sure you call me over so I can check it out. Thank you.